Welcome to Melissa Honey Speaks, where we chat about feminine magic, mindset, and manifesting. I'm your host, Melissa Honey. Hey, honeybees. Welcome back to another episode of Melissa Honey Speaks. On today's episode, let's chat about feminine energy and masculine energy. So, I want to talk about it in a way that I've been seeing it all over the internet, all over TikTok and other social media platforms about what is feminine energy and what is masculine energy, and how having more of one or more of the other is not necessarily a good thing, and extremism, what extreme feminism or extreme femininity or extreme masculinity. So what does it all mean, really, right? So we know that feminine energy is an energy that, so let's back up. Let's start here. Every man and woman has both feminine energy and masculine energy. I've said that before, and I'll continue to say it because it is true. There are extreme cases of being more feminine or more masculine, but everyone has those energies, and it's not. You never want to have. They can be imbalanced or they can be complementary, right? So of course, women typically have more feminine energy than men do. However, you can increase either one. It's just about the energy that you carry, right? So let's talk about feminine energy for a second. So people talk about being more. People wanting to suggest that women should be more feminine and have more feminine energy and do all the things that are feminine. But what does that really mean? Doesn't mean that you're just this docile, silent, quiet person who doesn't speak her mind. She's not authentic. She's out people pleasing. What does it mean, right? So what it means to me and what it should mean to us is that feminine energy is about a nurturing energy. It's about a devoted energy. It's about carrying yourself in a certain way. It's about receiving, like even receiving compliments. It's about those things, right? It's not about being quiet, and it can be being nice and sweet, but it's not just that. It's this whole realm of things that you can be, and it's not just one thing or one way, because that would be too extreme. And we know when we get into extremes, we're not using the full spectrum of our energy, right? And then there's the masculine energy. And what's that about? It's about giving, protecting, provide, all these stuff we think that the masculine is, right? And then there's extreme masculine, where there is no emotions, no nurturing, none of that, right? So there has to be a balance, and within each person there is a balance of masculine energy and feminine energy, and men can use their feminine energy just like women can use their masculine energy, and it's okay. There isn't any one way or right way to do it, because in every situation determines how you're going to use these energies, right? So if you're leading an organization or a business, right? What are you doing? You are in a leadership position. You are in a more of a masculine energy, and that's okay if you're a woman. And if you're a man and you're receiving something, or you're giving a gift, or you're using your energy as a feminine energy, it doesn't mean anything except that you are utilizing the energy that's within you to navigate the world in which we live in, right? So this is all to say that there is no one way to be, because every human on the planet Earth has both these energies, and they both are complementary. So there is no battle of, okay, so men have to be this masculine. They can never lean over into the feminine energy, and women can only be feminine and can't lean into the masculine, because they all have to work together. Because as me being one woman, I can use my feminine energy 90% of the time, and then masculine energy 1% or 50-50, right? It doesn't matter. We all have the energies, and we all should use them, because when we're too far to the one extreme, then we neglect that one side of us, and then our manifestations don't come to us the way we want to. Our relationships don't work the way we want to, because we're not tapping into all parts of ourselves. And when I think about someone being more feminine, it's perfect to be more feminine. But what does that mean for you? It doesn't have to be what it means for someone else. You don't have to look at someone else and say, oh, that's more feminine, or that's more masculine, that's more dominant, that's more not dominant, or whatever the case may be, right? So the energies that we have, the masculine energy and the feminine energy, work together. They work together to create the life that we want, to create the things we want to manifest. Because feminine energy is about receiving. So if you're manifesting, you want to be receiving, right? You're receiving something because you're asking for something. You want to take it. You want to universe to give it to you, right? So you're receiving things. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't be a man and manifest, right? So if we look at it in a way where we're looking at it from a perspective of, like I said before, everyone has this energy. Everyone is utilizing these energies to the best of their ability. And if you're doing that, then you don't have to worry about being too far extreme and someone telling you, oh, you're too masculine because you're a woman, you're more masculine, because you're a man and you're more feminine. It is about how you use them to best suit yourself. There is no right way. There is no wrong way necessarily. It's just about what works for you. Because when I see people talking about, this particular way of living isn't feminine enough. It's not, or men wanting women to be more feminine, or women wanting men to be more of a certain way. It has to be a balance, because of course, women typically want men who are protectors and providers and all these things that we think are, and our leaders, and are good at negotiating, and all these things that we think that men should be doing, right? If they are doing those things and only those things, then they never actually tap into their feminine energy. How can they support you as a feminine energetic person, right? How can they support you? How can they lean in and understand where you're coming from? How can they understand your nurturing nature? How can they understand your devoted nature? How can they understand your vision if they can't lean in and tap into that energy, right? And vice versa. How can women understand that part of the masculine energy if they're not tapping into that? At least sometimes you're not tapping into your leadership. You're not tapping into your protecting and providing. You're not tapping into that aspect of yourself. So it's about how they come together and how they work together for you in relationships, in your relationship with your job, your career. So there's every aspect of our lives revolve around or are part of this idea that there's all these energies that we're working with, the masculine set of ideas and the feminine energy ideas, right? They all work together, and there isn't any one way. So don't let anyone tell you that this is only a masculine thing and only men can do this, or this is only a feminine energetic thing and only women can do these things. They all work together, and we all should want to be able to use these energies as complements to help us create the life that we want. There is no way to not use them. If we're not using them, guess what? Then we are not in balance. We're not working in harmony with the world around us. We're not receiving and giving, because everything, we're not taking in what we want. We're not giving what we're supposed to give. So the idea that these energies work together and they're never apart. They're constantly working together to complement each other. They're working hand in hand. They're never separate. So the masculine and the feminine are complementary energies that work together with two people, in groups. They work together within ourselves. They're always there. We're never without our masculine energy. We're never without our feminine energy. As a woman, as a man, they're always there. They're always helping us. So remember that these energies are working together, and it's okay for you to use all of the energies together to create the life that you want to have, to get the things that you want to get, to manifest the life that you want to live, because that's what they're there for. And always remember that they are working together for your best good. And if you want to understand how they work together, just find out and understand what the energy is, what masculine energy is, and what feminine energy is, and how you can use them to create the best life for yourself. That's all I have for today. Thanks for watching. Thank you for listening to my podcast. Be sure to follow Masani Speaks on Spotify, Apple, Google, iHeart, Deezer, and you can also catch me on YouTube.